Back again, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we want to have some clarity and direction. And one of the things I want to get clear on is so simple. Love is not found, it's created. And one of the things I learned just from understanding that love is not found, it's created, is that most of what we want is created. It's coming from what we are creating. We are here to create in this world. So when you think about the amount of money you have, the amount of money you have is because of the output that you put, well, the combination of things that you've done to get that type of money. So whatever work you put in gave you that result. Okay? So you created that. It wasn't found. It wasn't like you found the money. It wasn't like you walked on the street and you found money. You created the opportunity to give yourself an opportunity to get money, right? So make it make sense. But I want to get on the idea of love is not found, it's created. If you have any questions, go ahead and put your questions in the chat because we're going to do a Q&A today to provide you clarity and direction. So with that being said, we would love for you to be able to add value to the conversation by putting in the chat questions. Okay? So my first question to you though, just to get it rolling, do you think that love is found or you think that is created? Do you think that love is found or you think that love is created? You can share this link out with people and let them know that we're live. I did send out an email, so we'll see if some people get on. People usually get on. So I would say to you this. If you don't believe that love is created and you believe that love is found, there's going to be a hard time for you to create the life you want, because what's going to happen is you're going to believe that you should just wait for things to happen. So one of the things that they brainwashed us about, which I don't really like, is the idea that women shouldn't be aggressive in approaching men. I think women should be aggressive in approaching men because love is not found, it's created. So if you are a woman and you're not pursuing the men that you want and you're only allowing the men to talk to you, you're only dating the men that come to talk to you, chances are you're going to be at their mercy. You're going to be at the mercy of a man that may not be suitable for you. I want you to think about that. So love is not found, it's created. And I would love for everyone to put their opinions in the chat. Do you believe love is found or you believe love is created? Go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and like this video. Put a like on this video. If you're on here right now, put a like on this video so that way we can see, so that way you can see more of these videos. And yes, we can read the chat. This is a Q&A today. So we're going to be doing clarity and direction. And it's really about whatever question you want, because business and relationships, they all come hand in hand. Personal and business, they all hand in hand, okay? So when we're talking about this, I want you to be super, super specific in this. Do you believe love is created or do you believe love is found? Do I believe in God? 100% God exists. If God didn't exist, we wouldn't exist. Okay? If we didn't exist, if God doesn't exist, we don't exist. Okay? So love is created and not found. So being that you know that love is created and not found, love is going to take some work. It's easy to go to the gym, but it's also easy not to go to the gym. So your body, the best body that you want, it's not going to be found. You're not going to go out there and find the best body. You got to create your body. You have to work on your body. You're not going to go out there and create and find a relationship. You have to create your relationship. So I want you to think about it. All of what you have right now is created. The thoughts that you have, the reality that you have, all of it's created. So when you think about it, how are you approaching love? You might be approaching love in a way that might be counterproductive to you. Okay? You might be approaching love in a way that might be counterproductive to you. If you have a significant other and something is wrong with your significant other, you shouldn't make them feel wrong about feeling wrong, but you should create a space for them to open up and to share. So, with that being said, it's more like this. Each moment that you have breath in your body is a moment you should be utilizing to create. All of the money that you want to actualize is always going to be in other people's pockets. You have to create opportunities for them to pay you that money. Okay? Go ahead and like this video. Hit the like on this video so that way you can see more of these videos. Go ahead and hit the like on this video so you can see more of these videos. Now, if you want to subscribe to the channel. We do the Mindset Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the Mindset Mondays is usually for clarity and direction. So today we have a Q&A. Go ahead in the chat, put your question in the chat that you need clarity on. The reason why it does not matter whether it's personal or business is because both sectors utilize the same principles. Which phone do I have? I don't know. It's an iPhone. I think it's the 16. I think it's the 16. If it's too noisy outside, I'm outside. If it's too noisy, just let me know. But that's where I'm at with it. So put your question in the chat. Put your question in the chat. Definitely spam the heart emojis for sure. I need those. I need the love. I want to pour some love back into you for sure. Okay? So here's the thought. If you're struggling in your finances, are you sitting down waiting for money to come to you? Or are you getting up and going to the money? Now, the idea is to have money chase you. It's for you to be so attractive, money chase you. Because all of your opportunities is going to come based upon the level of attractiveness that you have. Now, you could be a super attractive person in looks, and that won't get that far. It could get you far. It can get you far. But it won't get you further than being an attractive person in character. So the way you operate, the way you listen, the way you talk, the way you show up, are you punctual, right? So I usually play a game to demonstrate this. So you let me know in the chat. Is it more attractive or less attractive? Is it more attractive or less attractive if, let's say, your significant other? Is it more attractive or less attractive if your significant other is punctual? They were on time. Let me know in the chat. More attractive or less attractive? More attractive or less attractive? Is it more attractive or less attractive for your significant other to be honest? More attractive, less attractive? Let us know in the chat. Just put more or put less to let us know where you're at with it. Are you more? Is your significant other more attractive or less attractive if they uphold their integrity? They tell you they're going to do something and they do it. Are they more attractive or less attractive? So these are the things you want to think about, right? When you start to say more attractive or less attractive, you realize that attractiveness goes deeper than just physical appearance. So if attractiveness goes deeper than physical appearance, then it is something about spiritual attitude. So you realize this whole life is spiritual. Now, spirit only means you have breath in the body. So you might be spiritual if you're living. If you're not living, you might not be spiritual. It's that simple. A lot of times things are black and white and that's simplistic, but unfortunately we like to overcomplicate things. Put a 1 in the chat if that's you. Put a 1 in the chat. If you like to overcomplicate things, it is not your fault. You know, you're just a person. You're just out here trying to survive. You want to live, but you might be overthinking. You might be overreacting. Your overreacting could cost you the bag. Your overreacting could cost you your relationship. Sometimes being silly or playing too much could cost your relationship too. But I just want you to be clear on what I'm saying right now. Whatever output you're getting, you're specifically designed for that output because you're creating it. God created you to be a creator. You are in the image and likeness of God. Whether you believe in God or not, it's still permanent. I mean, it still permeates through your reality. If you don't get up and go take care of what you're supposed to go take care of, then guess what? It all starts to fall apart. Okay? Absolutely, John. Absolutely. I want you to know that You are the star of your story. You are the person that's so important to your life. If you don't realize how important you are to your life, you're going to be a background extra in your own story. See, your story will give you your glory. Okay? Your story will give you your glory. I want you to understand that. Let me see. Let me see if I can use this Q&A thing right here. Is love created or found? Tell me why in the chat, whatever you believe in. Tell me why in the chat. There's a sticker right here. Is love created or found? And the reason why I'm asking you this question is because almost all of the answers are embedded in this answer. All of the questions that you have about this world, the answers are usually inside of the answer of this question. Now, let's make it make sense now. Once again, we used the money example already. We can use a different example now. Or we used the gym example too, so we can use a different example now. Food, like you don't find food, you create it. Now, does God provide food for us to create with? Yes. But all of what we have here in this 3D world is provided to us to create with. So whether that is a person or whether that is an item, your job is to be the best creator you can be. You must create the opportunity. Okay? You must create the opportunity. There isn't any such thing as a soulmate. That's a made-up term to express how connected two people are in alignment with how they operate. So if you think that somebody's your soulmate, all you're saying is that, wow, you have an opportunity to be such in alignment with this person that it can feel like it was meant to be. But you could be with anybody. That's the craziest part. And why can you be with anybody? Why could a man be with a man? A woman could be with a woman. And somebody could be with, whatever. The reason why is because love isn't found, it's created. Now, we're not saying whether what's right or wrong. We're saying to you, what you need to do in your life is going to be predicated on what you want to do. So, okay, if you want to live a life of luxury, you want a life where you can go on the road. I remember I was on the road for 36 months out of 42 months. I didn't realize how much money it costs to live that way. It costs so much money for you to travel. Why? When all of this land is ours, we should be able to travel and go anywhere. Well, because somebody created a system in which you live in. Because somebody created a system in which we all live in. There's somebody in this world right now who they don't have to pay a dime to go anywhere. They don't have to pay a dime to eat. Why? Because the people that came before them created the opportunity for them to live like that. Now, unfortunately, some of us where we live and we've grown up, we got to pay for everything. Now, here's the hack to all of this, right? We all come from the same people. Now, you might agree, you might disagree. Whatever your feeling is, whatever your thought is. All I'm saying to you is that whatever in your mind was created. Whatever thought that's in your mind, it was created. How did it get there? Somebody planted seeds that you grew and it blossomed into whatever it is that you believe in. Why does this matter? Well, this matters because if love is created and not found, we have to do a better job of creating love. Because why are we separated from true generational wealth? Why do we have to go out and work for generational wealth and others are just born into it? Well, some of our family members, our relatives, chose to believe that that love is found, so then they get upset about whatever situation they got upset about and then now break up the family. Oh, I'm going over here now. Forget my family. I can't work with my family. My family is just not right. And then they run off. I did that too. When I was playing basketball and my grandmother, she was asking my other grandmother for too much money, and I just thought, like, I'm your grandson. Like, you don't have to have my other grandmother pay you for me to live with you. That doesn't even make sense when both of my parents are gone. Both of my parents died. So I'm confused to who's paying my other grandmother. Like, if I'm living with her, who's paying her? But that wasn't my place to make that decision. I should have just stayed as a child, stayed in the child's place, and just stayed to create the love with my grandmother and let my two grandmothers figure that out amongst themselves. So what I'm saying to you is sometimes we get so ahead of ourselves and we don't realize that we need to love each other. We need to create the love. We need to create the relationship. Instead, being that it's not just sitting in front of us, we get upset and we move away. So how many family members do you know right now who are rich and wealthy? There's probably tons of family members that you don't know that's rich and wealthy. Now, how different could your life be if you were with those family members who are rich and wealthy? I just want to put that out there, because when you go start making a fuss about the family members you have currently in your life, are you thinking to choose love? Or are you thinking that it's going to be grass, the grass is going to be greener on the other side? The grass is always greener on the other side is a thought that when you go on the other side, that the grass will be watered for you. When you go on the other side, the grass will have rich soil for you already. The truth is that you still have to water that grass. You still have to make sure that soil has nutrients in that soil in order for it to prosper and grow great grass or great vegetables. Like, so the illusion that you could sit down and relax and nothing is worked for, it's a false reality. So all of what you have right now is based upon the people who came before you and whatever they created and whatever they allowed you to be immersed into. So if you don't want to repeat the same cycles of poverty or the same cycles of having to work so hard to get to where you want to be, you need to start bonding with your family and your friends to create the family that you really want, that you can pass down generational wealth to. Because you might say, oh, that's just my family. Oh, that's my family member. Blood is thicker than water. But the last time I checked, we're not cutting any hands and making sure blood is dripping out to see who's related or not. No, we're all related. We're all children of God. We're all children of creation. We're all children of source. Who you are being always matters. So remember, when we talk about your level of attractiveness, are you hearing that family member out that may be hurt for the things that you said? Are you hearing that family member out for the ideas that they may have in their mind that they're not being supported with? So I remember my stepdad. I just call him dad because, he was my dad and he's my brother's dad. So if he's my brother's dad, he's my dad too, right? That's maybe just my own thoughts. But we all just call him dad. Dad growing up, very inspirational, aspirational, and he was going out getting properties, going out joining businesses, and he would bring it back to his brothers and sisters, and none of them would help him out. None of them would believe in his vision, his goal. But he was always the one that believed in everyone else's visions and goals. That might be you. You might be the person that believes in everybody else. You might support them. You might motivate them. You might inspire them. You might have ideas that you could bring to the table with them, and they don't support you and help you. You see, and now when you look at it, a lot of those family members struggle today. But their lives could be different if they would have said, you know what? Let's chip in to help him out. You know what? Let's be there to support him. Because this is what I have done along with my brothers. We could have said, F that, you do what you do, I'll do what I do, just like a lot of siblings do. That's not our case. What we said, we sat down because we got split from each other, right? So we only could see each other on the weekends at a certain point in time. So every Sunday evening, when it was time to separate and go our separate ways, we cried. We cried and we had a huddle. We said, you know what, going forward, we're going to change this trajectory. We're going to always be in each other's lives. We're going to support each other no matter what we do. Let's support each other. As we started to grow, we started to say, hey, you know what? I'm not just going to see each other on the weekends. I'm going to spend the nights there. I'm going to go to school from there. So, we started to make it work. we started having these conversations. Before we would play video games, we got our spiritual food in. Yo, bro, go read the Bible before you play video games. No one had to tell us this. This is just us operating off of who we truly are. And we know that if we're going to get better, we're going to need the help of other people. So inside of these religious texts, whether you love religion or not, there's other people's ideas that allow you to see something in yourself that can help you grow. See, the same principle works inside the family dynamic. You may not like what mom says. You may not like what dad says. You may not like what big brother says. You may not like what little sister says. But guess what? Somewhere in what they're saying could matter to you in your life and could help you. So imagine my brothers and I having these thoughts on Sunday and one of them going, nah, F that. I ain't listening to y'all. I'm going against y'all. We probably wouldn't have the dynamic we have now, where we've been able to help other people get out of poverty. We've been able to help other people see difficulty differently, turn obstacles to opportunities, to be able to put ourselves in a position of power where my nephews don't have to live the way that we had to live. 10 people in one room, one house, 4 or 5 people in one bedroom. My brothers used to have to sleep in grandma's room. One of my brothers used to have to sleep in grandma's bed. I used to sleep on the couch. I remember opening up my hamper because I didn't have a closet. I didn't have a dresser. I had Tupperware. You know, the big Tupperware? I had Tupperware. My clothes is in there. I remember opening my clothes. A little mouse just jumped out. I'm like, yo, what's going on? I can't even go in my clothes with safety. I gotta have these feelings of living this way. And I lived both lives because before my mom passed away, my mom was a super entrepreneur and she made tons of money. She put a lot of people in a position of power. She gave them jobs, all of that. So I saw both sides of the spectrum where I didn't want for anything. I didn't need for anything, rather. I could ask my mom, she'd snap her fingers, things get done. As a kid, I was going to elementary school. I had driver service. People were driving me in black cars, taking me to work. Taking me to school. I'm 12 years old, 11 years old, 10 years old. I'm getting driven to school, picked up in school, black car. I don't know nothing about this. I'm just telling you now, looking back at it, I'm seeing what it is, right? And I'm saying to you how important the dynamic is. What's going on? How important the dynamic is for you to just be inside of your life and create your life, because there may be things that people say to you that rub you the wrong way. But a lot of people have been shot dead. A lot of people have been lost their dreams over words that wasn't even that important. So what I'm saying is you might be in a situation where some family member might say something to you, might rub you the wrong way. And then now from there, you're holding a grudge. Yeah, I'm never going to say nothing to him ever again. Why? All of what you're doing is just limiting your potential, because all of the potential that you're ever going to actualize comes from other people. All of the money that you're going to pull into your life comes from other people. The money in your pocket right now, it's not even your money. It's your decision-making power. Think about it. They say beggars can't be choosy. Well, why? Because they don't have the money to make the decisions to be choosy, so you got to be happy for what you get. So, okay, the more money you have, the more power you have to be able to make decisions. So if the more money I have in my pocket, the more power I have to make decisions, but the only way I get the power in my pocket to have the decisions is by other people, then why would I want to be so aggressive in my mind that just because someone said something I didn't agree with, that now I have to hold a grudge and hate them? And unfortunately, as family members, we do this to each other the most. That's why there's a saying that says, the people closer to you hurt you the most. But that doesn't have to be true, because love is created. Sometimes when we lash out, we just need to be heard, man. Sometimes when we lash out, we just need to have a space. Sometimes when we lash out, we just need to be loved in that moment. We just need to be seen in that moment. You know, maybe it's a buildup of stress and drama that has been put on us. Maybe you're the first kid in the family, you're the oldest child. And you know, when you're the oldest child and you have other siblings, you become the one that's like the semi-parent. So you might have a lot of trauma put on you just because as a kid, you had to do adult duties. So If you know that about you, and you know that about maybe your older brother or older sister, then you also know that that's somebody else in this world. So before we judge people, let's just hold the space. And I'm saying you could judge because you're going to always need to judge no matter what. When you drive, you need to judge. When you put your clothes on, you're judging. When you walk into a room, you're judging. You're always going to be the judge. You're always going to be the judge. You're the creator of your life. But what I'm saying is, before you judge a book by its cover, maybe you should just read into it a little bit. Maybe it's something deeper about the person. So love is created and not found is a good way to start to think about life, because all the money that you want to come to you is going to be created, not found. So you can't just sit on the sidelines hoping money comes to you. It's not. But you can put yourself in a position of power. That way you become more attractive, that money is looking for you. Money start knocking on your door. Hey, I got something for you. But even when money comes knocking on your door, how are you treating money? Are you the person that goes, yo, I don't really love money, I just love what money could do for me? Well, money may not be able to talk, but money can listen. Okay, money can hear. And if I'm listening to you talk about one of my friends like the way you talk about money, yeah, I don't really need him, I just love what he could do for me. Well, damn, sound like you're a user. Sound like you're using money. And that's why, if you're a user, guess what? You're an abuser. Money doesn't want to be around an abuser. All right, with the sirens, okay. Go about your business. Go about your business. They try to create something over there, man. They looking to create something. So if you like what we're talking about inside this video, go ahead and hit the like button so that way you can see more videos like this, but also so we can get the message of love across. All we want to do is spread love and connection, so that way we can create financial prosperity and live the life we truly want to live. Now, if that's you, go ahead and put "that's me" in the chat. If you resonate with our community, I want you to leave a comment on this video. You could DM us right now. You could DM us prosperity. You can DM us love. You can DM us all of these things right here that we're speaking of, because we want to help you get connected to a community of people that's going to help you build and grow. Remember, this right here is free game. But what I'm saying to you, you already know. But knowing means nothing. You know you should go to the gym. Do you do it? You know you should change your eating lifestyle. Do you do it? So knowing means nothing. This really is about you being bonded with other people that's in your world to create the ideal world that you want. You can get rich with your day ones, but most of you won't. But you could also get rich with your days twos, and most of you will. There'll be more people that you don't know, that you didn't grow up with, that will help you on your journey. But a lot of us are afraid to be confident. We're afraid to be who we truly are. I'm here to tell you and remind you that you are the best of the best. You are the top of the top, cream of the crop. You are somebody fantastic, somebody amazing. Why? Because you are a creator. You are a creation of God. You are made in the image and likeness of God. So how could you not be special? Everybody put love in the chat. LUHV. Love is the highest frequency in which you can operate in. If you operate with love, anything is possible. If you operate with love, anything is possible. I'm gonna snap it up and clap it up for you, Bold Nutrition Consultant, because if you did change your eating lifestyle and you did change the way that you've been operating and change your habits, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You are the best of the best. I'm proud of you. You know why I'm proud of you? I don't have to know your history to understand your energy. If you're looking to make a change, you deserve to be around people, places, things that allow you to be the prosperous version of you that you know that you are. There's a you inside of you that you're willing to meet, and I'm proud of you for that. So go ahead and snap it up and clap it up. Everyone else, if you know you haven't been meeting that level, there's a you inside of you that you haven't met yet that we want to help you bring out. We want you to see that person. When I wear this L on my chest, this is not for losses, this is for love. And anytime you take a loss, it's a learning experience. So believe it, you are the best of the best. You can't even lose. And if you feel like this season is challenging you, you feel like this season is pushing you to your limits, to your brinks, you feel like this is the lowest you've been, guess what? You get ready to springboard back to prosperity. Because without a challenger, you can't have a champion. So if you're expected to be this champion, if you're expected to be this MVP, guess what? You need to be challenged this season. You need to be challenged this season. You are a warrior. You are resilient. You are somebody magnificent. You are prosperous. Go ahead and like this video if you like what we're talking about. We're getting ready to close up. We are heading under over just 30 minutes. We're getting ready to close up. Get ready to close up. If love is created, this answer right here can help you out with all of the questions that you have in this world. How to get the money? Well, how to get the money? Well, you must love what you do, because love is a frequency. Money is based upon energy. Energy is frequency. Money is meant to be moved. Energy moves. Energy is transferred from people to people. Would you pay a person who has a negative attitude, or would you pay a person who has an optimistic attitude, positive attitude? Who will you pay first? So when you answer that question, you realize by default that money carries energy. So the answer to how to get more money is you have to love what you do. You have to love who you are. And when you step into that alignment with other people, you have to love other people, because all of the money that you're going to actualize is going to come from being with other people. All of the potential that you're ever going to see in life is going to come from you working with other people. So don't get caught up if they're family or friends. Your idea is to create your family and friends. You can create your family. See, your husband becomes your family, but you created that. It wasn't always your family. And if you married your family, you might look like you're crazy these days. But what I'm saying to you is that you are supposed to create your family. But see, the thing is, hold a space for each other. Hold a space for yourself. Love yourself. Look in the mirror and say, you are amazing. Thank you for helping me through the tough times. Thank you for guiding me through the great times. Thank you for being there when I wasn't sure of what to do. Thank you for adding that security, because that's all we're really chasing. All of us want security. But the truth is, security is an illusion. There's no security. Hey, I don't want to fly planes because I could die in a plane crash. Well, you could die walking across the street too. Apparently, you could die in your sleep. Don't go to sleep. Okay? So it's not about that. It's not about the limiting beliefs that allow us to be lower selves. It's about the higher beliefs that you're thinking to allow us to reach our higher selves. It's not about what you can't do. It's about what you can do, because whatever you believe in, you'll be living. That's how powerful you are. Whatever you believe in, you'll be living. It's time for me to go eat. It's sundown. I got to go eat. Unfortunately, I just have to, or I might pass out here. Y'all don't want that, do you? You don't want that. Words carry spells, right? So I want to make sure I'm nourishing myself. So I want to get some food for love, get some spiritual food in as well. And I needed to do that. So I thank all of you here for allowing me to get some spiritual food in, to eat this way. Thank you for allowing me to serve the plate. I appreciate each and every one of you. I may not be able to see your face. I may not know who's behind the screen, but I just know this. You are somebody blessed. If you have breath in your body, you have life in your body, you are amazing. All you got to do each day is go out there and affect the world like you believe that. When you step into a room, smile. When you step into the room, have your chest poked out. Why? Because it's a blessing to have you in the room. So if they have you in the room, it's a blessing that you're there. So go and bless people. Shake a hand, meet a friend, say something nice, right? Not even just nice, be kind to people. Say something that you like about someone. But most importantly, stay connected with me. Go ahead and follow me here with our YouTube channel. Go ahead and follow me now if you haven't followed. And if you want to follow us on Instagram, send us a DM and we'll go ahead and DM you the Instagram link. It should be in our bio, but I'm just letting you know some options to look at things, some alternative ways. Comment on this video or comment on some other videos. We have tons of things for you to take advantage of. Free resources, paid resources. We have ways to help elevate your mind, ways to help you build your credit, ways to help you build your community, ways to help you get paid to be yourself, ways to help you think clearer, think bigger, ways to help you be the person that earns the right to have the experience of $1 million earner. See, now what we're talking about is spiritual lessons. We all have the same 24 hours. What's different from you? There's no difference. The only difference is what you do with the time that you have. So I want to help you become more effective in less time. If I can do that, go ahead and comment on one of our videos and let me know. I'll send you a free resource just for doing that. Peace, love, beautiful energy. Remember, we're back every Monday at the Mindset Mondays, 7:30 p.m. 7:30 p.m. Sometimes it's a live and sometimes it's a podcast that we recorded. Okay, but 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is where we're at with the Mindset Mondays. You are the best of the best, the top of the top, the cream of the crop. Go out.